Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to my channel. I am your host Sleepy Celestial. Guys, we have some more news to drop on you. The things that I just discovered from this entire Beyonce experience and more clues that I saw from this is so shocking that please get your popcorn or snacks because this is going to be a long one, but I can't wait to share this. Let us start right now. So guys, I want you guys to look at this picture real quick. Now come to find out, these are the three different acts. From the start, when Beyonce did the Verizon commercial, I thought that the red chrome suit that she had on was going to be for act 2, but instead I end up realizing that all this time, Beyonce was hinting at Act 3 within the Verizon commercial. On top of that, I mentioned this before, that the two chrome design looks mirrors the Renaissance version of the chrome look. Whereas Cowboy Carter, she did a suit Beyonce Bull as her own costume for that look, indicating Act 2 and Act 3 could probably mirror each other as well. There's so much that I think I'm going to connect here and it's going to make sense to you guys. Remember when Kendrick Lamar basically said that he joined the Super Bowl, and a lot of people were speculating how Kendrick Lamar has something to do with Beyonce. I'm here to explain that, and I did make a video in the past indicating that the Renaissance and the Cowboy Carter kind of mirrors each other, but I'm here to also say that in some weird form, Act 3 could also mirror each other as well. There's a lot of clues that I have put together and I have found out that throughout the tour she was hinting at. For one, the visuals will probably come after the fourth act, like I mentioned. And also those different symbols that you're looking at right now, from the Beyonce with the cigar to the on-air radio Cowboy Carter, My House, and the green light jumpsuit that she wore at the tour, and America Has a Problem, and the poster cards for each of them. Remember when Kendrick Lamar says that this is a cultural divide, but at the same time you guys picked the wrong guy. At the same time, when he said that at the Super Bowl, I didn't get it at first. Beyonce and Kendrick are somewhat coming together for a collab. I'm not sure what it is gonna be about, but if you think about it, Beyonce is the space alien, whereas Kendrick is the cowboy. And I'm gonna reference this back to you guys in a few later on in the video. The reason why I've been mentioning this is that, for one, this character that Beyonce has for her tour, for the cover of the tour, has a very significant placement in her characters that she has now created. As well as the Kendrick Lamar album, I think it's GTX, also has a connection. When he presented that at the Super Bowl, the square, circle, square, triangle, at first I thought it was like a PlayStation thing, but this has a more bigger connection to the Beyonce connection. Like I mentioned, Beyonce has now created these separate characters. There's one character that is an alien. There's one character we know that's a cowboy. And the clone or robot is the one with at the brothel house. That was basically Beyonce was impersonating a version of herself as a different gender. That Beyonce has a major connection. Like I mentioned before, there's a lot of posts that a lot of people started making sense, and based on the commercial that she did last year with Verizon, when she said Beyonce I think Act 3 is gonna have something to do with AI. At the same time, it's gonna have a lot of other connection with the other three acts. And like I mentioned, since we have the alien versus cowboy thing going on, I am not surprised to say that when these two things come together, it's gonna be even more intense and insane. Also, there's a part in the album that indicates that there's something bigger at play. And like I said, with the Kendrick Super Bowl having to have an Uncle Sam type of character, and then flash forward to Beyonce doing a interlude titled Propaganda in America, and at the same time flash forwarding these different characters, indicating that Beyonce has a weird interconnection with Kendrick's performance. And just like Kendrick showed up at the Renaissance to do his verse on America Has a Problem, I think he's gonna come back and do a different verse for Rock. Here's the scene that I'm talking about that predicts all the different acts. At the same time, she is predicting an additional act. You could see that Beyonce is channeling the different people from her history, such as Tina Turner. She also have Little Richard, and then she has all the different propaganda of things that are happening in the media about her. At the same time of the tour, which there's this character, it's like this minstrel show type of character. She has like these baggy jeans, right? She has this paint over her eyes. She has blue eyes. She's draped in the color of the American color that is basically tied to her head, right? And this character is probably gonna be one of the aliens moving forward into Act 3. I've been hinting at this. I've been watching everything I recorded from the tour, and I'm still shocked of that I did not see that. Like I said, Beyonce has more characters. There's the part when she's sitting down as she's looking at all of the different catalogs of characters into these different screens of TV. Across from her is the horse Chardonnay. And it seems like they're both looking at all of the interludes together, which is very crazy if you think about it. And then she's turning the channel. And then each time she turns the channel, there's something else pop up. There's one, Beyonce's like, almost like this Get Out versus like, it's so crazy. It's just so crazy. I feel as if her mind is such a genius that it's like Jordan Peele propaganda. Like, she has so many things going on in this tour. There's a part she dressed up as Elvis. There's this almost like she is like the female version of Uncle Sam. She says conform to like the gender norm. Like, she's having these different characters play their role within this. It's like Samuel L. Jackson says, this is an American game. And like the way he was portraying that in Kendrick's, it seems like Beyonce took the same route where she's explaining something similar to America Got the Problem. And flash forward to the end of the booklet of the tour, she released some tour booklets. One of the pictures, which this character I would have assumed that as daughter from the song for Daughter, but also she's also paying homage to the person that was involved in creating the American flag. So like I said, this segment of Cowboy Carter, it is very patriotic. It is paying homage to different symbolism in America. And if you think about what I'm about to say, even from her going to London, she is doing more energy. She's putting more energy in overseas instead of America, indicating she's saying that America at this moment doesn't deserve her full energy. So even the way she's dressing in London, and I'm guessing overseas, is more energy, it's more elegant. Whereas here she gave us the raw truth from each of the things when she got to the American side. And like I said, the smoking Beyonce is a version of the Statue of Liberty. Whereas, and I think I was right, this version of Beyonce of her sitting on the horse is like the George Washington patriotic form. So Echoville is echoing back to different spaces in America that was considered you don't belong. And I think the Echoville is a focus on reimagining what could it be like if we step into different parts of genres and reclaiming it as ours, right? She's not only doing that, but she's bringing back things that will educate in a way where we know books are being banned, we know histories are being canceled. And like I said, Prince, Madonna, Michael Jackson, like I mentioned in my previous video, has a larger part to play within all this. I feel as if with the mic gun, as well as the different elements of wardrobes that she has been wearing, she's even, like I mentioned previously, referencing different monuments. For one, the perfume also represents the Abraham Lincoln Monument Memorial. She's also paying homage to those different things. She's also recreating a version of the Statue of Liberty, especially the original one where it had like curves. She's basically embodying that part, because I remember they did not want that for the Statue of Liberty. That's why they covered her. On top of that, certain characters from the Echoville will probably play a larger part into the cinematography of the entire visuals. Now, I'm also saying that she also teased us the rock era by when she received the Michael Jackson, not the Michael Jackson Vanguard Award, the iHeart Radio Innovation Award. She was not dressed as like a cowboy Carter thing. She was dressed up in leather and gold, indicating this is definitely going to be rock. And like I mentioned, I'm just excited to see what these visuals are going to be like. And here's the funny fact too. Lady Gaga also teased that Act 2 of Telephone will be making its debut soon. And anything I know right now, Lady Gaga's also on tour. Beyonce is on tour. And I would love to know and see these two might cross paths at the tour. Because not only one of her interludes predicts that the Sasha Fierce character from Telephone will be making an appearance, but she hinted at it on her side of the view too, indicating this character from the past will be making an echoing appearance. So when you think of Echoville, the true start of Echoville started off with Telephone, and she's been hinting at that, the fact that she had the same bangs to reference that back into the Echoville. I feel as if Echoville is basically different memories of different places that she once cherished, and that this look that she had on at the iHeart Radio, this is a definitely rock mixed with Cowboy Carter. Because remember what she just did at the tour, where she brought back the Renaissance. She even had a different opening set for the Renaissance for I'm That Girl. Instead of sitting on like the robotic metallic robot, she came out on one where it looks like she had like a whole hat. So just like me saying, if Cowboy Carter was Act 1, which like I said, none of the acts right now are in the proper position. Cowboy Carter was considered the Resistance, which is the first act, but due to COVID it was switched. Renaissance is the Reflection, which focused on the different parts of history, as well as the reflecting of yourself, whereas the Black Betty tour that we've been seeing covers the overall narrative. And then Echoville is the reimagination of the visuals, which will also be Act 4. And Act 4 might also lead to her 10th studio album, which I feel as if might be a DC return or a connection to DC, because I trust how she's running this. Like I said, this is big. Like I said, there's another part to part 6. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'll see you guys in part 2 of part 6. and then we're in a halfway point. So see you guys soon. Like and subscribe. Bye bye.